Hey everybody, it's Mutant496 here. Time to begin the Amazon on Let's Play Transformers 2004. Here we have 9 minicons total and 13 datacons. I'm not really going to be focusing on the datacons. I'll probably be picking them up spottily. I mean, if it's difficult to get to them later when we come back, then I'll get them on my first go through. But for right now, let's get started. Now, we're starting off at the Amazon Basin Warp Gate. A warp gate is basically a gate, a little node, that warps you between two different places, hence Warp Gate. And there are several warp gates in the drop zones. However, there is one that only has 4 warp gates, and 2 of them disappear after the boss. Yes, every place does have a boss, and you're going to get this cinema to open the level with. A beautiful Amazon rainforest, built and growing, full of life, along the Amazon River. Beautiful waterfall, plenty of wildlife. Oh, and ancient Mayan ruins. Beautiful, simply beautiful. And that's all about to change. Boom! Now, these are the Decepticlones, the evil army of the Decepticons. Now, the little pink guys are called light units, real easy to kill, low armor, and basically they don't do much of anything to you. They are usually found in large groups. The orange and black guys are medium units, which obviously are more heavily built and are tougher than the light units. And then there are heavy units, as you'll see, that are even more difficult. So we can finally move around. Use the right analog stick to look up and down, turn around. This is one of those games where you, this is a third-person shooter game, where you move forward and backwards with the left joystick. You strafe, moving left and right with the left joystick, and you have to look around. You have to turn with the second joystick. To fire, you press R1. L2 allows you to jump. R2 and L2 will eventually become our minicon buttons. Press triangle to transform, and then you can press R1 to use the gas, square to brake.
The Decepticons have followed the Minicon signal to Earth. Our mission is to locate the Minicons before they do. Megatron has a head start, and his new Decepticlone army substantially outnumber us. Do you read me? Message received.
Right, hopeless. Press circle to go into recon mode, or if you press R3, which would be pressing the right analog stick, you can zoom in. I don't really think X does anything, and when you're in robot mode, square doesn't do anything quite yet. So you got some basic platforming here, nothing really too special. Maybe I should have inverted the Y-axis. I'm kind of used to that. All these games inverting the Y-axis and all that.
We're picking up enemy activity. Confirm.
That's enemy activity? Really? That's a single light unit. You can kill this guy with your blaster, which, by the way, if you get close to an enemy and use your blaster, you will melee them. You'll be able to boost the power of your melee with minicons later on, but melee is not recommended.
The Decepticlones have found a Minicon, and are preparing to load it onto that dropship. Engage the enemy and recover that Minicon.
You get that minicon, and you bring it right back here! I guess. It's my money, and I need it now! So I'm basically just going to draw these guys' attention. And basically they're going to start wandering through the forest, through the jungle, rather. When they get close enough, I'm going to blast them to bits. That's what I'm going to do. Ha! By the way, when you defeat an enemy, not only do they explode, but they also drop their share of Energon. Now, Energon will basically, when you pick it up, refill your health. This is a drop ship. It'll come by frequently and drop enemies on you. And I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to blast it with 2-hole blaster rounds, because I love blowing this thing up. Just hold on. Alright, when you find this light, this is a minicon. First of 40. There are 40 minicons in the game, 9 here in the Amazon.
You've rescued a Minicon. Good work.
Don't sound so surprised.
Every Minicon you rescue allows you to access extra functions and use different weapons. Keep your optics open while you're out in the field. Minicons could be anywhere.
He mean literally
You can equip
anywhere.
new minicons as you rescue them. If you want to modify your minicon loadout, return to Autobot HQ via a warp gate.
Alright, so this is Lock-On, who allows you to use homing missiles. He attaches the R2 button. And I'm gonna go ahead and blast the ship to bits. I love that. Energon just bounces, bling, bling, bling. And you'll notice that on the upper half of the screen, your health is in the lower left. On the upper part of half of the screen, you can see your minicons. Well, when you use your minicons, they begin to, look, see, they begin to wear out. They begin to lose energy, but the energy does regenerate. Lock-On uses about half the bar. Yeah, he uses half the bar. He's huge and loves to drink.
Appears to be a node
Whatever.
in a modified. Is that clear?
Basically, activate a warp gate by staying next to and pressing X. You'll autosave, as you can see over on the left-hand side. And if you enter the warp gate, you can go back to Autobot HQ to fully restore health and to edit your minicons. Basic platforming is basic. I used to fail at this so bad. If you do fall, just use that step over there. Now, what you could do is, if you look, you can see there's a light over there. And, well, there's a light way back behind the woods over there, the forest. Jungle! If you head along this shoreline over there, you'll eventually find a place where you can jump up, and if you continue up the hill, you can get 2 datacons, and then jump down and get that minicon. I'm going for that minicon right now. But those 2 datacons, I'm not going to get them now. Plus, it's much more fun to get them later.
We've detected the presence. Confirm. Roger.
There's a minicon in that ruined temple. Now, they want you to go this way, but quite honestly, why would you do that when there are a bunch of enemies up there that'll kill you and all that? Why do that when you can blast these poor little suckers into bits? You know what I was just about to do? I was about to hold my fire button to set up my... I was about to use my charge beam and draw in the power-ups. Yeah, I've been playing too much Metroid. But then again, I am about to be Prime 2 Echoes. I'm pretty sure by the time this hits YouTube, that I'll have beaten Prime 2 Echoes. And 100%ed it, by the way. Thanks to a walkthrough I found, because I'm too lazy to do this all on my own. Dude! Get out here, thank you. Alright. This is the second minicon you can find. This guy's really not one you use as much as he boosts you. Now you'll notice that each minicon has this different look, but in reality, different types of minicons have different kind of looks. Like, there's more than just the Lock-On rocket launcher. There's, like, ballistics and different stuff. There are different types of rocket launchers. This is a melee booster who will attach to L2 or R2. However, R2 is already taken up by Lock-On. So I'm going to attach him to L2. I really hope that washer is not coming through on my microphone.